Hi everyone, it's Kendall, and I'm back with yet another video. So today we are doing something very special that I've been wanting to do for a week or two, because I just finished the Friends series on American Netflix, because I live in America. Obviously I have American Netflix. All 10 seasons are on there, and basically it's this sitcom that was on from 1994 to 2004, and it was the most popular show for like all 10 years that it was on. Everyone loves Friends. Everyone loves Friends. And if you don't know what Friends is, you must be living in a hole, because Friends, it's iconic. It's an iconic show. Everyone knows what it is. So I created the 6 main characters in The Sims. The characters are Rachel Green, who I'm
No! Put that box down! We are not going anywhere!
creating right now. Monica Geller, Phoebe Buffay, Ross Geller. Ross and Monica are brother and sister. Joey Tribbiani, and Chandler Bing. So, right, as I said before, right now I'm creating Rachel Green, and I'm just going to go through and kind of tell their story, what they were doing. The whole plot of the show is these 6 characters living in New York City. They all live in apartments like that are very close to each other. They're all super close. They're all best friends. They all get along. Some of them have relationships that are like romantic. I'm not going to tell you who, because I don't want to spoil anything, but they do. So right now we are creating Rachel Green, as I said, for like the 3rd time. Sorry, I'm like really excited. She is one of the most popular characters that was on the show. She is portrayed by Jennifer Aniston. I forgot her name for a second. And I don't know, she just, I know these Sims don't look exactly like the real people. I would have liked them to, but unfortunately they don't. I tried really hard. This took me like an hour to do. And yeah, so Rachel was this rich girl who came to Monica after she ran away from her wedding. That happened in the 1st episode. And she pretty much like ran away from her wedding. She left her husband, her fiance, at the altar, and came to Monica in the city and got to know all of her friends and her brother, and definitely got to know her brother. Sorry, that's not a spoiler. Like Ross and Rachel were the couple of the century. We all know this. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And yeah, so that's pretty much Rachel. She was this rich girl who kind of, after she left her fiance, got to not live off her dad's money anymore and just grew into the city life. I know. So the next character we have is Monica Geller, and she is the sister of Ross Geller, who's another character. She's his little sister. She's portrayed by Courtney Cox, and her story pretty much is she just moved into her Nana's apartment. She was living there with, she was just living there alone. And that's pretty much it. She is this like amazing chef. She cooks everything. She's like this super neat freak. Even like in the show, like I'm talking about like the show, she is this neat freak romancer. She has like a bunch of boyfriends throughout the series. Actually, yeah, she does. She has a bunch of boyfriends in the beginning. And you know, she's just like, she's super skinny. I just wanted to tell you that, because like I'm not making her skinny to be weird. I'm making her skinny because she's actually like amazingly skinny. I also wanted to say I based all their outfits off real outfits from the show. That's why they're all wearing what they're wearing. And yeah, I love Monica. She's super pretty, super like quirky. She can be a very annoying in the show because of how like consistent she is with everything she does, and nobody can mess up her life, her routine. And she only lets certain people into her lives, and that's why she only has these like 5 friends. I don't know. She is kind of, her older brother Ross is like the favorite child with their parents. She always tries really hard to get her mom's attention, but she never can. And yeah, like that's pretty much Monica. Monica doesn't have a lot to her. I think her traits I gave her were like exactly perfect. I'm not really like, I just thought they were like perfect. They suited her perfectly. The next girl character we have is Phoebe Buffay.
Flameboy!
who is played by Lisa Kudrow, and she's pretty much this, her personality's a little weird. She's a massage therapist. I actually forgot about that, so I didn't give her like the, I don't think, never mind. I was thinking that the wellness skill was a trait, but it wasn't. Anyway, she is this like weird girl who, I don't really know how to explain Phoebe. It's really hard. She does a lot of weird things. She is like a musician, I say in air quotes, because she's like a very bad singer and very bad at playing the guitar. But like the instrument she plays is the guitar, and she makes like a lot of songs. The most iconic song that she wrote was called Smelly Cat, and I can't really explain to you what Smelly Cat was, because she wrote it because her mother committed suicide when she was a kid and her father left them, so her and her twin sister kind of went off on their own when they were like 12, so she was living on the street for a long time. And yeah, she just kind of became friends with Monica, and then in high school she became friends with Monica, and then they both moved to the city together, so that's how she kind of got involved with all these people. Yeah, that's Phoebe. Smelly Cat was about a cat that she met when she was living on the street. And in almost every single episode, she mentions her mother and how her mother was dead and how she didn't know her father. Her twin sister is like super evil. Her name's Ursula. And yeah, so Phoebe's just like this super quirky character who, and like Lisa Kudrow was the one who always messed up her scenes. So that's pretty much Phoebe.
We were on a break!
The next character we have is actually our first male character, and he is Ross Geller. He is portrayed by David Schwimmer. It's hard to explain Ross because he is kind of just this like dopey older brother of Monica, and he is a archaeologist who works in a museum. He's one of my favorite characters because of how like stupid he is. He's not stupid, but he acts like the character is supposed to be kind of this like dopey guy who is he like pronounces his words like a lot, like, and he talks and he corrects people when they speak, and I don't really know how to explain him. He was with Rachel, as I said before. That's not a spoiler. They're literally like the couple of eternity. Everyone quotes them and like references the things he said. One of the most famous things that Ross has said that everyone quotes and everyone remembers is "We were on a break." I'm not going to tell you anything about the "We were on a break," but you gotta go watch Friends because you will learn in season 3 what "we were on a break" means. I can't even start to explain his personality because it's just so I kind of explained it before actually, that he's just dopey, as I've said a lot of times. He does this thing where when he's sad he'll come into the room and be like, "Hi," like he'll say it really sad, and I don't even know. I can't fathom Ross. He is just great. I feel like how I made him in The Sims was pretty wrong, and it kind of annoyed me how wrong it was. But yeah, he's Ross. I don't know. Oh, and I made him gloomy too because he has an ex-wife, and he's sad, and he does the high thing. So yeah.
You can't talk dirty to me. How are you gonna talk dirty to her? Now tell me you want to caress my butt.
Up next is the character Joey Tribbiani. He is played by Matt LeBlanc, and I love Joey. He's just like, he's in the show, he is an actor, so you know, he's a struggling actor, I should say. He was in the show supposedly on Days of Our Lives, which was this old soap opera, and he was just, and he was Joey. With all these characters, I'm being like, he was Ross, he was Joey, but like, you can't start to explain this character either, just because of how he was just almost dumb, like purposely. He's so sweet, and he's like this, I don't want to call him a slut, but he kind of was. He like went out with girls every night. His line was, "How you doing?" And that was Joey. That was Joey's thing. And before every character, I'm showing like a famous clip of them doing something stupid or something that is so iconic. And yeah, that was just, I know I didn't really get a lot of time to explain Joey. He didn't take me a lot of time to make, but yeah, he's a pretty cool character, one of my favorites, so.
Whose little ball of paper is this?
Oh, that would be mine. See, I wrote a note to myself, and then I realized I didn't need the note, so I balled it up, and now I wish I was dead.
Last but certainly not least, we have Chandler Bing, and Chandler was played by Matthew Perry. Chandler was this, I think he was a taxes person. I'm not really sure what he did in the show, but yeah, he was like this taxes guy. He was the jokester of them all. He always made fun of the other characters, like jokingly, because they were all friends. And friends, like that's the show. And yeah, he's an interesting character. He's really funny. He always is cracking jokes and making people laugh. He did a lot of funny things on set. And yeah, I'm saying "and" a lot because I have a lot I need to get out in a short amount of time about these characters, but they're just really cool. I like him. I love all the characters. I keep saying like they're one of my favorite characters, but they are, like, they're all my favorite TV characters ever. I just can't get over them. And pretty much Chandler, he's also really sarcastic, which also goes along with him being like a jokester. I gave him the childish trait because that's the only one I could find that was like a funny trait that made him seem almost I can't get my words out. He was almost I don't know how to say things. He did end up getting married in the show to somebody you gotta watch. And him and the person he got married to ended up having kids in the end, and oh, it was so happy. I love Chandler. He is a very good character, and that is all of them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please go watch Friends on Netflix if you have American Netflix, and make sure to like and subscribe, and comment down below who is your favorite Friends character if you ever watch Friends, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.
You're always stuck in second gear when it hasn't been your day.